When's the Atrioc collab? I'm basically the worst person to work with of all time. So we were gonna do it the week that I had, like, okay, the first time Atrioc talked to me, okay? He said, "Do you want to do this next week?" And I said, "I can't do it next week because I have so much sponsored stuff." That was the week where we did a bunch of Overwatch 2 stuff, right? And then the week after that, on Monday, I told him I was like, "Sorry, I got sick." So I don't. That was when I sounded like pure garbage. I don't want to do like a stream with a new person where I'm like, "Hello, welcome everybody." So I was sick for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I was like, I think I said, "How about last week?" And he was like, "I'm at Worlds." And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And then this week I was like, I think I'm in. And then I remembered that Friday is Remembrance Day, which is our version of Veterans Day. So I will not be here. So basically, I'm pretty much, I'm like an actual, listen, I think I'm a good person to work with because at least I give notice and stuff like that. A lot of streamers just, I mean, I'm moving the goalposts, but they just show up late or not at all. And then like 3 days later, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I ghosted you." I really do have like, I mean, I'm like 9 to 2 every day, except like there's a 20% chance I'm not live that day due to either illness or it's not even a statutory holiday, but I'm taking it. But we will, I swear, we will get it. It's a priority for me. It's just not a priority for me over taking a day off to spend with my family because the daycare's not open tomorrow, so we can have like a family day where we will honor the troops, of course. It's also the 1 year anniversary of like the first time my wife and I had any alone time since the birth of our daughter in September 2020. I remember last year Remembrance Day was on like a Tuesday or a Thursday, and we dropped the baby off at daycare. The daycare was open that day. We got some sushi. We watched Dune. It was the first time we'd had a few hours to ourselves in a long time. So it honestly, Dune felt like it was maybe 9.5 hours long, and I loved every minute of it. Anyway, I'm Dune, your mom. What the hell?
What are you talking about?
I was talking about how this is the 1 year, and tomorrow's the 1 year anniversary of how we saw Dune. And remember, like it was the first time we'd had any alone time without the baby since the baby had been born, and it felt like Dune was literally like the longest movie that had ever been made.
How do you remember that?
Because we haven't had that many opportunities
No,
since.
like, it has been a year.
Because it's Remembrance Day. It was Dune. It was the when we had our anniversary dinner, and then by like 90 minutes into the dinner, I was like, "This is the longest dinner I've ever." It's the recurring theme of post baby alone time is that you don't realize it, but going out is like a muscle you gotta work on, and we haven't really been going out that much. When we're out like by ourselves for like 90 minutes, I'm like, man, I'm getting tired.
What the?
Appetizers served at 8
What
8 p.m.
What are they talking about before?
They were asking when I'm gonna collab with Atrioc, the guy who has the T1 World Champs 2022 tattoo on his ankle. And I said we were gonna do it this week, and I forgot. I've been delaying it for like a couple of weeks because of illness, and he was at Worlds, and then I was like, let's do it this week, and then I remembered that it's Remembrance Day tomorrow.
We'll just do it next week, Monday.
She makes it sound so easy. So it's just everything's so easy, isn't it?
That's just how it is in my brain.
Just schedule something and do it, huh? Listen, it makes a lot of sense when you hear someone else say it. That's for sure. In my head, I'm like, Monday is Sips and Mouth Day. I can't have two collaborative things on the same day. It's a love you.
Love you. You can do collab day.
Like-
After sip and mouth, you can do a second.
That's true. Isn't he going to be in like New Zealand? Whoa, what the hell? Does she ever say it back? She says it back every time. She's just outside the door. He is going to be in New Zealand. Oh, well, I mean, more power to him. I don't expect him to cancel that. Is streaming solo easier or harder? Well, like it's 10 times easier. I know this sounds like it's not what you're going to want to hear, but put yourself in my shoes. That's why it's like so hard to do collaborative streaming. Is that I'm just like it's so convenient to just be live when I want to be live, and then as soon as 2 p.m. rolls around, get the heck out of there. So whenever somebody's like, hey, we want to invite you to an event, I'm like, let me guess, starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time and we think it's gonna run for 2 hours, but you never know with streamers because a really big one showed up an hour late, and without them, we don't have the viewership to really run the event properly. So then all of a sudden, my ass is here at like 6 p.m. sending contrite Discord messages to my spouse, like, sorry I'm late. Other people are sometimes a nightmare to work with. So, not our crew, because like we just showed, if anything, I'm like usually 10 minutes late. But I have a kid, so I can't be judged. It's that simple.